আলাইকুম। My dear students and respectable guardians, Assalamu alaikum. You are most welcome to our online class activities. It is Eng-2nd Multi-Literal High School and College online classroom. I am ABM Gulam Nur, principal of this institution, is going to run today's first class. I am going to teach the students of class 8 English second paper. So I would like to invite all of my class 8 students of Eng-2nd Multi-Literal High School. আমি আজকে অষ্টম শ্রেণীর শিক্ষার্থীদেরকে তাদের ইংরেজি দ্বিতীয় পত্রের বিষয়টি পাঠদান করব এবং আমি তাদেরকে আজকে আমার এই ক্লাসটি উপভোগ করার জন্য আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি। Dear students of class 8, how are you? I hope that you are all well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well by His grace. প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীরা, আমরা একটি বলতে গেলে সংকটাপন্ন সময়ের মধ্য দিয়ে আমাদের দিনগুলো যাচ্ছে। তোমরা জানো করোনা ভাইরাস কোভিড-19 করোনা ভাইরাস বৈশ্বিক মহামারী হিসাবে ছড়িয়ে পড়েছে, আমাদের বাংলাদেশও এর থেকে পিছিয়ে নেই। তো তোমাদেরকে তোমাদের পাঠে সম্পৃক্ত রাখার জন্য আমরা Eng-2nd বহুমুখী উচ্চ বিদ্যালয় কলেজ কর্তৃপক্ষ অনলাইন ক্লাসের ব্যবস্থা করেছি। আজকে আমাদের প্রথম অনলাইন ক্লাস। তো তোমাদের অষ্টম শ্রেণীর শিক্ষার্থী, তোমাদেরকে আমি আজকে একটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ বিষয় নিয়ে আলোচনা করব, যেটি তোমাদের যে সামনে জেএসসি পরীক্ষা আসছে, সেই জেএসসি পরীক্ষার প্রশ্নে তোমরা 5 নাম্বার প্রশ্ন যেটা আছে সেই প্রশ্নে পাবে। তো আমরা সেই প্রশ্নটি নিয়ে আজকে ব্যাপকভাবে আলোচনা করার চেষ্টা করব। তো এক্ষেত্রে আমি তোমাদেরকে অনুরোধ জানাবো, I would like to request you all to take your note khata and note my class as well. So আজকে আমি question number 5, it is about changing sentences. আমাদের কোশ্চেন নাম্বার 5-এ যে প্রশ্নটি থাকবে সেই প্রশ্নটি হবে চেঞ্জিং সেন্টেন্সেস এর উপর, এবং পরীক্ষাতে এই নাম্বারের উপর মার্কস সিলেক্ট করা হয়েছে 5। So my dear students, I would like to invite you all to attend in my class. Our discussing matter is changing sentences. So at first, I would like to ask you what is changing sentences? Do you know, my dear students, what is changing sentences? Please think sometimes and try to find out what is changing sentences. Dear students, now I am going to show example. Number 1, he is a good boy. It is affirmative sentence. He is a good boy is an affirmative sentence. We can change it into negative. Can you tell me what is the negative version of he is a good boy? My dear students, in a standard format, আদর্শিক রীতিতে আমরা এই সেন্টেন্সটাকে দুভাগে চেঞ্জ করতে পারি। We can change this sentence into two ways in the format of standard. In the standard format. First is dear students, we change it negative. First, conversion. And second is transformation. In a standard format, we can change he is a good boy, he is a good boy in two ways. One is conversion and second is transformation. Dear students, look at what is conversion of he is a good boy. He is not a good boy. And in a standard format, we write transformation as like it. He is not a bad boy. These two are different version of he is a good boy. We can change the sentences in this two way in a standard format. Dear student, conversion means changing sentences with meaning. You can see that conversion he is not a good boy, fully meaning has been changed. But on the other hand, we can see transformation he is not a bad boy. Here, meaning has not been changed, but the structure will be changed. There are few words are added. So, these two ways we can tell changing sentences. Changing sentences. So, my dear students, what is changing sentences? Changing sentences is a way in which we change a sentence, another form, one form into another form. অর্থাৎ একটি রূপ থেকে অন্য রূপে যখন আমরা এটাকে পরিবর্তন করব, তখন তাকে আমরা চেঞ্জিং সেন্টেন্সেস বা বাক্যের পরিবর্তন বলবো। তো আদর্শিক মেথডে, আদর্শিক ইন স্ট্যান্ডার্ড ফরম্যাটে চেঞ্জিং সেন্টেন্সেসটা দুই ভাগে করা যায়। একটা হচ্ছে কনভার্সন, যেটা হচ্ছে উইথ চেঞ্জিং মিনিং, আর একটা হচ্ছে ট্রান্সফরমেশন উইথাউট চেঞ্জিং মিনিং। Dear students, in the secondary level, the authority is applied transformation of sentences. Conversion is not applicable for our examination as well as in our real life situation. So, now I am going to discuss briefly. My dear students, in the changing sentences, I would like to discuss we have three activities. We have three activities we have three activities based on changing sentences. Based on changing sentences. Based on changing sentences, that means transformation. Transformation in the JSC examination. অর্থ আমরা JSC পরীক্ষাতে 5 নাম্বার কোশ্চেনে যেটা চেঞ্জিং সেন্টেন্সেস, এটাকে আমরা ট্রান্সফরমেশন বলবো, তিনটি অ্যাক্টিভিটিসের উপর নির্ভর করে প্রশ্ন করা হয়। তো সেই তিনটি অ্যাক্টিভিটিস কি তোমরা জানো? হ্যাঁ, গুড, ভেরি গুড। আমরা তোমাদেরকে চেষ্টা করব, তোমাদেরকে দেখাবো সেই অ্যাক্টিভিটিস গুলো কি। দে আর সেগুলো হচ্ছে নাম্বার 1 হচ্ছে চেঞ্জিং সেন্টেন্সেস based on sentences according to meaning. Changing sentences according to meaning. Number 2, changing sentences based on sentences based on DEG or EES, degrees of adjective. And number 3, changing sentences based on voice. Okay, my dear students, these three activities are in question number 5, which is changing sentences. That means transformation. Now I am going to discuss about number 1 activities, changing sentences based on sentences according to meaning. অর্থানুসারে আমাদের যে বাক্য আছে সে বাক্যগুলোকে আমরা কিভাবে ট্রান্সফর্ম করব, একটা সেন্টেন্স থেকে অন্য সেন্টেন্সে রূপান্তরিত করব, সেটা নিয়ে আলোচনা করব আমরা এখন। We can classify sentences into 2 ways. দুটি উপায়ে আমরা বাক্যকে শ্রেণীবিন্যাস করতে পারি। We can classify sentences into 2 ways. One is sentences according to meaning, sentences according to structure. Sentences according to meaning, sentences according to structure. Our discussing matter is sentences according to meaning. Sentences according to meaning. Sentences according to meaning. My dear students, do you know how many kinds of sentence are sentences according to meaning? তোমরা কি জানো অর্থ অনুসারে বাক্য কয় প্রকার? It is very simple question. I know. You all know it. Okay, thanks. There are 5 kinds. There are 5 kinds of sentences. Sentences according to meaning. First one, assertive sentence. Example, he is a good man. He is a good man. Number 2, interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence. Do you go to school? Do you go to school? You are student? Number 3, imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. Do it. Please give me a glass of water. Number 4, authoritative sentence. May Allah bless you. And number 5, exclamatory sentence. Hooray! We have on the game. Dear students, these 5 kinds of sentences are there in sentences according to meaning. So, now I am trying to discuss about changing sentences according to sentences, changing sentences according to their meaning. অর্থ অনুসারে কিভাবে আমরা ট্রান্সফরমেশন করব সেটা আমরা এখন আলোচনা করব। First activity, What is our first activity? Okay, thanks. Our first activity is changing sentences based on sentences according to meaning. Changing sentences based on sentences according to meaning. Changing sentences based on sentences according to meaning. Dear students, in these activities, we can get affirmative to negative vice versa. That means affirmative to negative, negative to affirmative. It's called vice versa. Number 2, assertive to interrogative vice versa. Like this is called vice versa. So these two types of words are included in changing sentences based on sentences according to meaning, which will come in the JS examination in question number 5. In this school, there are so many tasks, but for the JS examining, we can discuss only 2 types of words in this question. So my dear students, now I am going to discuss about affirmative to negative vice versa. Changing sentences, affirmative to negative. Dear students, do you know what is affirmative and what is negative? Example, affirmative affirmative to negative. Affirmative Rohim is an honest man. Rohim is an honest man. Negative Rohim isn't an honest man.
punishment,
or Rahim isn't a dishonest man. Dear students, this is affirmative sentence and these two are negative sentences. My dear students, there are few rules for changing sentences affirmative to negative. Now, I am trying to discuss about the activities of affirmative to negative. How can we change affirmative to negative? There are some definite rules. Rule 1. Activity. Rule 1, activity, we can date simple or general or universal truth or habitual fact. Simple affirmative or general affirmative. General affirmative or universal truth kinba or habitual fact activity. The sentence, the affirmative sentence, which bear such activities. How can we change these into negative? Now, I am going to discuss it. My dear students, simple affirmative or general affirmative or universal truth affirmative or habitual fact affirmative. How can we change them into negative sentence? Now I can show an example. And example 1. Affirmative. She is a nice girl. Make it negative without changing meaning. Make it negative without changing meaning. Without changing meaning means transformation. With changing meaning means conversion. So my dear students, in this scope or in this sentence, we can transform it into negative. It is a simple affirmative. She is a nice girl. It's a simple affirmative. How can we transform it into negative? It's not very hard task, dear students. At first, it is our duty to write subject, she, then negative form of auxiliary verb. We can write contracted. Negative form of auxiliary verb, we may write isn't, she isn't, or here nice is main word. We can tell it nice is an adjective. So it is called positive word. So our duty is to write this word. This word's opposite form. Nice, opposite word is ugly. You are and she isn't an ugly girl. Here, that is the main word. Just like this, we can transform other sentences. Simple affirmative, or general affirmative, or habitual fact, or universal truth. These sentences we can change into negative. Universal truth. Man is mortal. It is universal truth sentence. Dear students, how we can transform it into negative? Do you know? Okay, thank you. We can change it negative. Man isn't immortal. Man isn't immortal. Where mortal was main word, our duty is to write opposite word of mortal. Okay. Dear students, universal truth. Affirmative. Universal truth affirmative. Affirmative. Man is mortal. Negative. Man isn't immortal. Habitual fact. Habitual fact affirmative. Habitual fact affirmative. He goes to school regularly. Negative. He doesn't go to school irregularly. So my dear students, we can transform or change sentences, universal to affirmative, general affirmative, simple affirmative, or habitual fact affirmative, according to follow this. Works for practice. Now, works for practice. বাড়িতে পড়ার জন্য আমরা কিছু কাজ দিচ্ছি। Affirmative to negative without changing meaning. Without changing meaning. Number 1. She is on ugly doll. She is an ugly doll. Number 2. They are good players. They are good players. Number 3. The weather is favorable. Number 4. The literary rate of Bangladesh is poor. The literary rate is Bangladesh is poor. I want to be a healthy man. I want to be a healthy man. I want to be a healthy man. He bears a charming personality. He bears a nice personality, a charming personality. So my dear students, based on past activities, I have given you some activities to solve in your house. So you can write on your note khata and try to solve this in your house.